Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So I am seeing a lot of videos flying around by Latino community saying that Black people did not come out to protest for them, why they did during George or Black Lives Matters and George Floyd's period. And I am asking, how are both of them the same thing? All right. And the truth is that no Black person will ever come out to protest because protesting is not in our culture. It is not in Black people's culture to scream. It is not in Black people's culture to talk. Yes, at this point in time, we are probably deaf and we don't hear, we don't speak. Yes. So leave Black people out of your mouth. The fact that you all are not holding your own people accountable for what you people did. Now, I do not understand how you are holding Black people. You are, how are you people calling them to come and fix the mess you all messed? And the same white people that you all align with, you all say that it is them that your belief and everything align with, right? I am not seeing you all calling them, but it is my people that is good to go out and protest so that something will happen to us. It is not going to work. Call your people out. I don't care if they are deporting you, but you all should come out and protest for yourselves. Let's get into this video.
Don't call me baby. I'm not your
baby. The call is coming from within the house. The call is coming from within the house. Black people advocated, protested, raised money, and all voted accordingly. We are literally the only group of people who cared enough to try and save every other group of people, despite never getting that same energy in return. And the fact that so many Latinos are currently shocked about what's going on in America shows exactly that so many people were not educated and did not know about American policies, were not educated on American history, and had no clue what they were voting for. You heard it was a woman that was unqualified. You heard DEI is related to Black people. You heard affirmative action. You heard all of these kind of sparky buzzwords that people try to throw around that mean absolutely nothing, and you fell for it. During BLM, it took a man to lose his life on a video for people to say, maybe those Black people are on to something. And that is the difference. We did not need to figure out or even see what was going to happen to Latino people because we never wanted you to be on the opposite end of the discrimination.
Somebody get old boy on the line. Y'all know the one that's sitting in the car talking down to Black people, trying to antagonize Black people, the one that is upset that Black people are basically taking a step back and saying, there ain't nothing that we can do. We voted in your best interest on November 5th, but y'all went into the voting booth and voted for your deportation. And he's mad that Black people ain't running to help. Remember, he said Black people don't stick together, that Mexicans got the Nicaraguans, the Venezuelans. He ain't mentioned no Cubans. He ain't mentioned no Puerto Ricans, but he said they all stick together. Yeah, they all stuck together, went into the voting booth to vote for their deportations. Well, yeah, I got a little message. Donald Trump, it's being reported that Donald Trump is revoking the legal status of about 500,000 migrants from Cuba, from Haiti, from Nicaragua, and Venezuela. So it looks like the Cubans, the Nicaraguans, and the Venezuelans are going to be sticking together with the Mexicans as he deports all their asses. To my Haitian brothers and sisters, I am sorry that y'all got mixed up into this. We voted to protect your community and theirs. Sad situation.
Lately, I have seen a lot of videos of Black people making fun of Mexicans for what's happening right now with Mexican people. I have also seen Black people make videos talking about Mexicans Don't come to us for help because we're not helping. First of all, Mexicans are not alone. They have Honduran people. They have Salvadorian people. They have Guatemalan people. They have Nicaraguan people and a whole bunch of other countries that are willing to join forces with the Mexican people. Black people, what makes you think that Mexicans are going to come running to y'all for help? What for? Y'all black people can't even help yourselves. That's wild. Mexican people are hardworking people. Mexican people stick together. They make it work. That's the total opposite of a black person. You want to call me racist? Go right ahead. I'm just keeping it real. Like I said, Mexican people are not alone. They have all of us. What makes you think that a Mexican will say, oh, okay, well, we have the blacks. Let's go to them. Come on now. Y'all don't even trust each other. What makes you think that a Mexican will trust you if you don't even trust your brother? Get your popcorn ready and watch how Mexicans make this work.
Don't call me baby. I'm not your baby.
You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say
Trump 2024.
In when we standing on business, I'm a big step on the problem I thought
I did it. I sure did. I voted for Trump. And I'm Latina, half Mexican, half Guatemalan. What it means is that I'm for a president that is pro-America. That is for making this place better. Because it's a shit that obviously was not working for us.
Latino or Trump?
So far, I'm very, very happy. Thank you. Okay. Bye.
that's why I don't take anything. I bet that you probably won't take something like that. You don't take something like that. I understand how you won't take it.
Looking at a legend in the flesh. Fresh about the kitchen to the check. Blue cool the king on the set. Hold up. Hold.
This message is for, my brothers and sisters in the Latino community. Right now is a scary time, okay? And I understand that a lot of you are feeling the pressure to be in a situation where you literally don't know if you can go to work, if you can send your kids to school, if you can go to the grocery store without being snatched up by law enforcement and having everything that you know and love taken away from you is not an easy way to live. And because you're feeling that pressure, you don't really know where to turn. So instinctively, you have decided to put your frustrations onto the Black community. Now, this is not all of you. We understand that. We understand this is a small number. We understand this is probably the ones who are the most scared by what's going on right now. But the reason you are feeling like you need to be frustrated with us has everything to do with what you were taught to hate in this country. You see, the very people who are snatching you up out of these schools, these hospitals, these churches, your places of work, are also the ones who have been telling you for a long, long time that your biggest obstacle is the Black community. And the reason why a good number of you bought into it is because, wow, your community does have a very rich history here in this country. You were made to believe that if things ever went south, if things ever started to look the way they look right now, we would be the ones in trouble and you would be safe. It's funny, I saw the young lady who posted the video saying that, Latinos were there for Black people during the BLM movement, and she's wondering why we are not having your back now. But that is definitely revisionist history. And take it from somebody who was very active in those protests back in 2020. I lived in Chicago, and we protested in just about every neighborhood in that city, even some Latino communities. And I don't want to make this a big story, but in the Latino community, we were actually jumped. We were actually assaulted by people who lived there because they did not like that we were there trying to preach the message we were preaching. But even now, I have no hard feelings because
as a black man in this country, I fully understand the lie that it continues to sell our communities in order for us to stay at odds with each other. And I was always taught to fight for what is right, even if people don't appreciate it. So I don't hold any ill will towards you. I don't hold any ill will towards the people who are feeling upset with us right now. But what I will say to you, as a small piece of advice, some lessons really need to be learned the hard way. And we are still here for you. Trust me, we are still here, but some lessons need to be learned the hard way. You see, some communities need to understand. They need to understand firsthand how scary and how evil this country can be. For so many years, decades even, so many other ethnic groups, so many other racial backgrounds came into this community and tried to brush off the warning signs that the black community would give them over and over and over again. But now you can't ignore the fact that this is the reality of America. And they have no love for anybody that is not a straight, white, Christian male. And even though they spent all this time trying to get you all to align with them, they spent decade upon decade trying to tell you that aligning with them.
This is all I got from this video, and I am really sick of seeing all of them coming out to ask why is it that black people are not coming out to protect.
The first chance that they got to screw you over, the first chance that they got to subjugate you against your will, they took it. That was the warning that we kept trying to get through to you. That was what we were trying to explain all throughout this campaign process. Why you should not be voting for Donald Trump, a man who kept saying over and over that he was going to deport you the second he got into that office. We did our job. We did our job. We took ourselves to the polls and we voted the way we knew would be beneficial to everybody, even the people who didn't love us. We voted to secure those rights. But some of you just did not feel like it was a good idea to vote that way. Some of you really did not want to take our advice. So these are the consequences. America never changed. America has always been like this. But now you are actually seeing it. Whereas before, you kind of just thought it was a myth.
I keep seeing these people pop up on my FYP with the videos of the Latinos that are crying because they got their abuelitos deported. And them crying saying, we believed your words. We believed your words. What words did you believe? Because every word he said he was going to do exactly what he's doing now. You see, the problem is a lot of y'all have been in this country for a long time. Your abuelos have been here for a long time and nothing has happened to them. So you believe that that was going to be true this time around. You could vote for this man and he would look out for you. I don't know why you thought he would look out for you because he's never fucking said that shit. In all reality, a lot of you are just anti-black and you don't want to acknowledge that. So you pretended that Trump said something that he never fucking said. And it's the same thing that I saw with the Dearborn, Michigan Muslims that voted for Donald Trump, sending him a letter immediately after they started seeing the appointments, the pro-Israel appointments, the ones that were saying that there's no such thing as Palestine appointments, that were saying you made promises to us. And Dearborn, Michigan went red for the first time ever, and we're hoping that you will uphold those promises. What promises did he make to you? Because everything that he said he would do exactly what he's doing. He said in the first presidential debate, you should have listened to him, that Joe Biden hasn't done enough for Israel, that he will do more, that he will give Israel all of the weapons that they need to finish the job. And he's not going to be like Joe Biden and stand in the way and act like a Palestinian. I will continue to make this point until I'm blue in the face. A lot of you thought that you can endure a Trump presidency before giving Kamala Harris a chance. A lot of you allow your anti-blackness and misogyny to override common sense. You saw what this lady was saying, and every single time she would give you exactly what you wanted, you would hear from her exactly what you wanted to hear. You would consistently move the goalpost to the point where you basically just acknowledged that no matter what she said, no matter what she advocated that she would do, you would have never voted for her. And that's just stupid. That's just stupid. You heard exactly what we all heard Trump say during the election cycle. But in reality, you never thought that he would actually go through with it. Again, you were willing to endure a Trump presidency than to give Kamala Harris a chance. And now you're fucked. This is for the Latinos that are trying to ask where the black people are, meaning the African Americans are in the protest against the deportations. Like Latinos were there for them during Black Lives Matter. This is a false equivalency. It is a bullshit argument that a lot of these Latinos are making. A lot of them are not calling out those Latinos that voted for Trump, right? They're coming on this app to show us, once again, they're anti-black. Black people tried to prevent this from happening. Understand that, first and foremost. Black people tried to prevent this from happening. And what did a lot of you tell those black people that tried to prevent this shit from happening? You told us that we were being hyperbolic, that we were overreacting. Trump's definitely not going to do this because we had him as president before, and this didn't happen then. So it's not going to happen now. You listened to everything that Trump said, heard the exact same things that we heard, and you chose to ignore it. You voted. A lot of you assisted this man's ascent to the White House. You voted to harm yourselves. Whereas police brutality impacts not just African Americans, because a lot of you say black specifically targeting African Americans because you don't believe that there are black Latinos. Police brutality also impacts Latinos, just like it impacts African Americans. And that's why Latinos were also protesting police brutality. This wasn't an issue that didn't touch the Latino community. Black Lives Matter was addressing police brutality targeted towards Latinos also. I lived in New York during the stop and frisk era, and I would see my predominantly Latino community be accosted by the police in the Bronx. This was not a predominantly black community. This was Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and Central Americans that were being harassed by the police officers, abused by the NYPD. That's why a lot of Latinos were there protesting Black Lives Matter, because they understood the institutional problem of police brutality that also touches the Latino community, just like it touches the African American community. You asking black people, specifically African Americans, where they are right now as these deportations kick off, when you haven't done the exact same thing, and ask those MAGA supporting Latinos, why the fuck did you vote for him? You're not holding them accountable for assisting in his ascent to the White House. It's quite possibly one of the most unfucking serious things I've ever seen. It is just as unserious as Jill Stein's run for president. Because you're not actually trying to get to the bottom of the divide. You're trying to show us once again that you're anti-black. And that is more priority to you than actually fixing the problem. Because you are still trying to find kinship with these people that are deporting you, that are deporting your families, instead of trying to unify with the people that could actually assist you. Which is why a lot of black people, more specifically African Americans, do not fuck with y'all right now. Because protecting white supremacy and that proximity to whiteness was more important to you, will always be more important to you guys. And that's why you don't devote time, energy, and effort to calling out the white people that want to deport you. But you will attack those black people that have said, I'm tired of warning you.
This is to my Latino friends who I've been knowing a long time, and a lot of y'all who I manage at the workplace. Is y'all okay with what's going on with y'all people with ICE and how ICE just going through y'all community, just tearing motherfuckers apart? Y'all okay with that? Y'all okay with ICE going to elementary schools trying to grab kids, going to churches, going to people's jobs, going everywhere, grabbing motherfuckers? And some of these people is legal here, but they being detained for no reason because they speak Spanish. Y'all okay with that? I know a lot of y'all told me that y'all voted for Trump because there was no tax on overtime. A lot of y'all told me that. He ain't did a fucking thing about tax on overtime. So all y'all really got was a pat on the fucking back. And now look at y'all community. Look at what ICE is doing to y'all community. The ones who voted for Trump, y'all divided the Latino community because y'all want to be a fucking white Republican so bad. And now they turn their back on y'all. What the fuck is y'all gonna do now, huh? You're not getting no tips on overtime. You're not getting none from this motherfucker. So are y'all happy with what y'all seeing ICE do to y'all people on TV? You can't be happy because if me, a black man, is mad at what the shit going on and you not mad, it's something really fucking wrong with you. And when Trump deport them, what the fuck are they going back to? Where are they going to? A lot of them was born here. So where the fuck are they going? Y'all want to send these people back to a place that they ran from because of poverty and fucking violence, back to that shit. So tell me, are y'all happy with the shit that ICE is doing to y'all people? Because if you happy and you love Trump that motherfucker much, I pray to God they pull your ass over, detain your ass, and somehow find a way to send your ass back. Because y'all are fucking problems. You fucking Trump supporters, especially ones who voted for him. So y'all can't, if y'all happy then, fuck
This is
y'all.
all I got from this video, and I am really sick of seeing all of them coming out to ask why is it that black people are not coming out to protest for them, why they came out during George Floyd's period to protest for black people. I think this is the most unserious question I have ever heard, and I do not know I do not know how to answer this question. But one thing I will say is that if you know where you bathed, go and pick your towel there, because you do not bathe in the bathroom and leave your towel right probably in the living room. So if you know where you had your shower, go there and pick up your towel or your sponge, right? Now, I am sure you all saw the compilation of the videos after the election, how these people were so happy, jubilating that their papi, that is the present president, won, and they were busy throwing parties and all that. I really do not understand how to keep saying that. How do you have your family? How do your family vote against your own interests? Because majority of the people that voted for Trump have one or two or three family members that are not documented, but still they did what they did. I am not going to say if it is ignorant, because sincerely speaking, this man told them what he was going to do. But I do not understand how these people are so ignorant to the extent that they do not even understand what they were doing. So now let me draw this back. Are you people calling black, like on a serious note, are you people really calling my own people to come out and protest for you people? Because that is something that I am trying to understand. But if that is what you people are, if that is the plan, see. Go call your families to protest, because my own people will never, ever step out to protest for anybody. If I, anyway, I know my people, and I am not about to say if I see anybody, because I am not definitely not going to see anybody. That is how much I trust my own people. Now, I came across a video yesterday of a man. I am sure you all will know that man. I will try and attach his video so that if you all see any of his video come up or just go straight up and block him. Because this man is saying that black people are making fun of Latinos being deported. And he is asking, what is fun about people being deported? And this same man, it's either he voted for Donald Trump or he voted for Joe Stein. Why am I saying this? Why do I know? Because he is a pro-Palestinian. And you all know how pro-Palestinians voted. And he is out there cursing people that look like me. But you know, one thing I know for sure is that the day hand will touch him, and he is a Trumper, he's a MAGA. So I know he voted for MAGA. All right? The day hand will touch him, I will celebrate. I don't know how I'm going to celebrate, but you all will hear about the celebration. You know, one thing I will never stand for is, I don't know why, but it looks like I am now jealous. Each time I hear people trying to say something that doesn't go well with my spirit, especially when it comes to people that look like me, it is something that I do not even want to hear at all, because a group of people that have been through it all, that has gone through it all, and to this very moment, you all are still dragging them. See, with everything, they think it's only deportation that is affecting them. Literally, as it stands, everything is affecting black people. Almost every policy they made are affecting black people. Some of us will not be able to get jobs. Some of us might be laid off from our jobs and all that. I do not see anybody talking about it. It is only black people. And it is not just only for our own good. It is also for everybody's good. And you all have the audacity to tell us that you all are not coming to protest. Like, how would you feel to see someone that looked like me start on the road carrying placards and signage to say they are protesting for who? Latinos. The same Latinos that voted for Pe0ple. Are you for real? Like, how did it even sound in your ear? That didn't even sound great. You know? Oh my goodness. I don't want to be mad. I don't want to be but you know, one thing I'm going to tell you all is that let my people go. I don't want to hear black people's name. Like, I do not ever mention it. The fact that these people are not even holding themselves accountable for what they did shows you how silly they are. Because if they are holding themselves accountable, at least I would be like, yeah, at least they are saying that we did this. But they are all acting like they did not do anything wrong. And they are all acting like it never happened that they voted for any other, they voted against their own interest. But how do you people, it's really ignorant. See, the day my own people will come out and vote against their own interest, right? You definitely know that I will not come out here to blame anybody, because it is what my own people decided that they are going to. But I know my own people, that they are, I don't want to, but I love them. They are OGs. I look up to them. They are not silly. They are not. They know the real deal. They know the drill. If it is the drill, they know it. So when people sit down and not listen to them when they speak, they say when the two elephants are fighting, who is suffering? It is the grass that suffers it. So you all thought it is us versus you and other people, and you all chose these people. Now you are not even calling these people to come and fight for you. Now it is me, I mean my own people, that you are calling to fight for you. Black power. I love you all. I ain't nothing like anybody saying what? How is that pronounced? How? I don't even know the meaning of protest. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.